Lovely people, welcome to our tarot reading for the week of the 13th of May. I hope you're all well and have had a lovely week, and I hope you're looking forward to hearing what the cards have to tell us this week. I know I certainly am. Let's have a look and see. Okay, let's just check this out. Right, let's see. So we have the Knight of Swords, a very busy card indeed, court card. And then we have the Star, which is quite the opposite, major arcana card. So this is very deep. And then we have this Four of Swords. Well, that is definitely the opposite to the Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of very busy, frenetic activity going on over here. And we have the Four of Swords saying, hey, slow down here. Take some time out. Give me a break. So let's start with the Knight of Swords. Very ambitious card, this one. This is a person that's always striving to prove themselves. So no matter how, you're maybe the kind of person that no matter how much you achieve, you just can't seem to relax. And even when you have completed your objection, you still don't quite know how to absorb it because, you're, in a way, the objective is really to have validation from other people about your, through your deeds. And so this card is a little bit like sort of the teenager that's trying to prove himself to a grown-up. But it's a very ambitious card, and it is a great card because it's a very decisive and action-orientated card. And so we are looking now at this aspect of a person. And so this card, because it's a court card, it can be somebody that you know. It could be somebody that's in your circle. But really somebody that would be having an effect on you, or indeed it can be that part of yourself. So but wherever and whoever it is about decisive and action orientation, somebody who's not afraid to pursue their goals. And I'm kind of feeling that this is, I'm going to talk about the reading as if it's yourself. But, you're all perfectly at liberty to recognize whether that's yourself or somebody in your circle. And, but let's talk about you. So you're not afraid to pursue your goals, and it's all about taking swift action and making decisions quickly. So if there's something going on, you feel like you have to make decisions, you have to make them quickly. You're a go-getter, but you're also impulsive and reckless. And so you're somebody that would maybe charge into situations without thinking and, without thinking things through. And then sometimes this is just going to lead you into trouble. So, it's a very turbulent card, this. There's lots of, very jagged, angry looking clouds here. The horse is looking agitated, and there's a real go forward, in this card. And it's sort of like there's almost like as if there's a charging against the resistance, because the way the wind is blowing the trees and everything. So it's like the wind is blowing towards the horse, and they're having to charge through it. So this would be charging through situations where there might be resistance and or certainly challenges anyway. There's very few things in life that don't bring their challenges as well. So it's a very interesting card, this one, the Knight of Swords. And when it's coupled with the Star, you see that's really awesome, basically, because the Star is all about optimism and hope and healing. And the star is a symbol of renewed hope after turbulent times. So I just think that the way this card fell after this card, I love that. And then I love the Four of Cards then follows that. So there's a real message here telling the Knight of Swords, slow down, slow down. So going back to the star here, you know, this hope, it comes from seeing your life, say, like from above, and being sort of like transcendent. And it's that higher vantage point that where you can see the big picture and where you can see your real life purpose, because sometimes you just have to be on top to look down and see what's going on. Often we're so immersed in the detail of our life that we really can't even tell the wood from the trees. So it's good to find some space, and this is kind of in a way where you're going to find it, you know, to be able to see that big picture. And once you do, it's asking you that you follow your proverbial North Star here. And this is the sort of compass that will lead you back to your authentic self. And that's the best of who you really are. And when this star appears, it's telling you that you will find your way. So, you know, there's tough times going on here, challenging, and this card has come along to say you will find your way. You'll be okay. So when this card comes up, it's quite a good time to ask yourself, you know, about the meaning of your own life. Like, what is the meaning of your life? And have you maybe lost your perspective? Are you like perhaps consumed with things that really are not that terribly important? At least not in the long run, you know. And in the long run, that's looking from above. You know, maybe you're too immersed in the detail of your life. So when was the last time you really actually felt clear about your life's purpose? So that's sort of what this card is doing here. And when you put these two together, well, that's an interesting combination, because, you know, the star is all about hope and renewal. And the star brings a real sense of calm and balance to the knight's very, very frenetic energy. So together, these two cards suggest that you're actually on the cusp of a major breakthrough. You have the clear vision of what you want to achieve, and you're not afraid to go after it. I mean, you know, that's what's happening here. And you're ready to charge with confidence. But this card is here to say, you know, don't let the knight's impulsiveness get the better of you. Take a moment to pause and to reflect before you make any big decisions. Because you want to make sure that you're making choices based on your intuition, you know, from your highest good, if you like. And the star is a reminder that even when things get tough, there is always hope. So you have the strength and the resilience to overcome your obstacles, any obstacles that come your way, and you will emerge from this situation stronger and wiser than, say, before. So that's what these two cards here are telling you. And in, you know, I mean, like in a reading, in a way, there's your picture. We don't even really need the third card, but we do a 3-card reading, so we're going to bring that in. And this card is the message of this card is not terribly different to this card, in the sense that it symbolizes the need for inner peace. This is very much about optimism and hope and renewal and healing. And that, you know, that's whereas this card is sort of telling you, well, this is how you go about getting that. And it's saying, you know, telling you here that there is a real need for inner peace. And so this card, like the star, is encouraging rest and recuperation. So the means to get here, this card is saying, you need rest and recuperation. And it's reminding you to call your attention to your body and to any areas where you feel that tension is building up. And so you may need to give yourself some peace and quiet to rejuvenate your body and your mind and your spirit. And there are all sorts of ways in which you can do that. You can do it from deep breathing. You can do it from taking an afternoon nap, perhaps. You can take it from, doing meditation, going to yoga or doing yoga. You can take it from having a swim. Lots of people are into wild swimming and swimming in the rivers or the sea, and how rejuvenating they say that is. That's not my particular thing, but I respect everybody everybody that does it. I actually, huge kudos for everybody that does it. And but it's just saying there are all different ways of rejuvenating yourself. So it can be very calm, and meditation and yoga and that sort of thing. It can be just lying in the grass and watching the clouds above, but not kind of thinking about anything. It's bringing your mind to where you are. And, just a nice walk through the forest or through the fields, wherever, taking your dog out for a walk. It's so easy to, when I say I don't really mean it's so easy, because obviously some people find it isn't, but there are so many ways, is what I wanted to say, in which you can rest and recuperate without actually lying down, because sometimes that can be the bit that's hard for people to do. So it's what this card is doing is telling you that the time has come to let go of whatever it is that's preventing a sense of peace, and whatever it is that's causing your inner suffering. And often the cause for suffering in our lives, lovely people, is the attachment to things that need to be surrendered. Now, I know we've talked about this before. I think we talk about it quite a lot, really, through the cards. One of the ways, examples of, attachment to things is when we try to control outcomes, or when we're trying to hang on to a path that is no longer working for us, that is no longer bringing us any rewards, any joy. It's letting go of things that just no longer serve. And there is a real need to identify what these things are, whether it's things or whether it's one thing. There is a real need to identify what it is that's interfering with your inner peace, because it will be such a relief to finally let go of that source of suffering. And when you do that, you'll be able then to see, what new wonders await for you. But as long as you're holding on to those attachments, you will be blind to those new wonders out there. You have to let go first. And this is really about the process of letting go, because we all know letting go sounds so easy, but it's not. It's a real process. We're so good at rationalizing why we need to suffer. We are so good at doing that. But there is really and truly, there is no real rationalization for it. You can choose to, have inner peace. And you can choose to let go of whatever it is you've outgrown that keeps preventing you, from being at peace within yourself. So these things are possible. And just because they're possible doesn't mean that they're easy. They're not. I know that. You know that. But they are possible. Now, the Four of Swords, it represents that period of rest and reflection and rejuvenation. And reflection is where we, go through that sort of process of identifying things. And if you're too busy chasing something, your mind just simply doesn't have the room to process or to reflect, really. So this card is telling you that this is really important, that you need to do this. And, you know, it's saying like after a difficult time as well, the star then comes in and symbolizes hope and inspiration and guidance. So together, these cards, they do convey that after taking time to recover from a challenging situation, that you can find renewed hope and inspiration to move forward, and to do all of that with clarity and with purpose. So this combination, it really encourages you to seek inner peace and to trust in your own abilities to navigate life's challenges. So there is light at the end of the tunnel, but you do have to sort of, you have to embrace the duality, and you have to have that mixture of, impulsiveness and introspection. So when you have that, again, we're back to talking about, that need to step back and reassess your approach before charging ahead with a new plan. And because this enables you then to embrace that duality. And that when you balance your impulsiveness, with moments of stillness and contemplation, the universe is sending you a message to slow down and to be strategic, to hold your horses and to take care of yourself along the way. And when you do that, then you will recognize that there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that you have been working really, really hard over here. And it is time now to recharge your batteries. And when you've recharged your batteries, this is when you also recognize that there is hope and that there is inspiration, and you have all of this within you to move forward. So lovely, people. I actually find this really quite thought-provoking, this reading. And I'm hoping that you do too. I'm hoping that this reading will be a great start to your week. And if this reading resonates with you, please do leave me a comment below. I do love to hear from you. You can subscribe to this channel and be notified for the next reading. And if you would like to know more, you can always book a private reading with me. You will find my email address in the description of the video. So lovely, people. Have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you again next week.